Welcome back to another video. We're running another new team here in an open Great League, trying to showcase the Steelix. Steelix actually learns the Breaking Swipe Dragon move. Kind of an interesting Pokemon now. So much so that our opponent is so scared of the Steelix and ends up quitting. But even though Steelix doesn't have a dragon typing, it has a dragon fast move, and now it knows a dragon charge move that debuffs opponents. So really interesting movesets by Steelix. Here we have the switch out into our Medicham, but because of the typing weakness of Steelix, we actually have a Medicham that is running Dynamic Punch instead of Psychic, because we kind of want to surprise our opponents to think that this Medicham potentially could have Psychic, but I really only have Dynamic Punch. So we were able to get to a Dynamic Punch, do enough damage, and get to the Ice Punch to KO. That was quite the sequence right there. A Noctowl no longer can beat a Medicham if they let the Dynamic Punch go now. So here we decide to switch out again, and our opponent has a little bit of a delay reaction, which allows us to get to a Ice Punch, and we're really close to another Ice Puncher. If they bait, looks like they do go for the Seed Bomb bait, and now we're going to at least get a shield, or we win back switch. So that Medicham did its job. Not only did it do pretty good amount of damage, but it also got a shield out of a pretty tough situation in past. This Steelix here is looking to just farm down at this point. Our opponent is just throwing a bunch of Seed Bomb. Maybe they only had Shadow, or no Shadow Ball. Anyways, looks like our opponent decided to switch back into their Sand Slash. We decided to shield, and then we're just going to farm down, because we know from previous experience that the Shadow Sand Slash just cannot last very long against counter users. So we just one shield, farmed it down. Here we're going to go for this Thunder Bolt. Does a great amount of damage, and it looks like this Medicham here is going to go for another power-up punch. We're going to try our best to get to multiple Psycho Boost here, so that eventually when they shield, we're going to be able to throw pretty much back to back. So here we do get that last shield, and looks like we still did Psycho Boost here, and then we're going to immediately switch out, combo play, and run our Breaking Swipe to take out this Medicham. GG's to our opponent right there. Kind of an interesting team, basically having two counters to potentially fighters against the Steelix weakness, or just a little surprise factor with our Medicham running Dynamic Punch. Not a lot of people have been using that, but maybe with this season there's going to be more of it. Our opponent ends up switching into the Celebi. This Celebi also doesn't do a lot of great damage towards our Steelix. So we're going to debuff it once, and then we're going to try to get to another move. Our opponent ends up having the Hyper Beam Celebi. Hyper Beam Celebi was already debuffed, and then now we're going to be able to win the switch. Here we're going to switch into our Medicham because it's kind of useless against the was it Whimsicott and this Kofagrigus. So no, it wasn't Whimsicott, it was this Charm user Lilligant. So this Medicham is pretty much useless. Okay, it does farm us down, which is okay, but we have the bulky Deoxys, and we have the Steelix still. So with the two shields, we should be looking great because we can get to the Psycho Boost, and then we're just going to dip, hopefully, back into the Steelix, and then try to get to another move. Here, they're going to throw a move, so we're just going to shield here, and then this is an easy Dragon Tail farm down. So, GG's to our opponent right there. Kind of a really interesting team. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen that kind of team, but Kofagrikus, I don't think it got a new move set, so I think it was just a spicy team in general. Here we have a really weird situation, kind of a core breaker between our Medicham and Steelix. So we're just gonna switch out to try to, like, you know, mess with the switch timers and stuff like that. We actually come in with the Deoxys, and they reveal that they have the Rock Slide Deoxys. We have the Thunderbolt version, so looks like this was the right play because they haven't switched out, which is telling us that they're also not looking forward to this Deoxys. Here, because of that reason, we do shield, and then we're just going to farm it down, which is going to force our opponent to potentially shield. Looks like we do get the shield from this Pelipper. Okay, perfect. And then they're going to be able to throw a bunch of these weather balls. Now, looks like this Steelix had a no play against their Pelipper. It's just going to be able to outpace to that last weather ball. We're going to be able to debuff it, which is great. So here we're just going to force out more energy. We're just going to let this go, and then just hope our Medicham in the back can just carry us. And unfortunately, we had the worst situation happen to us. So GG's to our opponent right there. We're not going to be able to win this. Check out this team if you haven't already. You know, interesting team to use in the new season, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.